Hello again, this is PH Digital, and today we're going to talk about the phone that I'm filming on. This is day 27, day 28, with the LG ThinQ dual screen 5G device. I got the box right here. So this is my reboxing video. I went back and forth for the last 4 weeks and didn't know if I wanted to keep it, return it, give it to someone in my family, but it's going back. It's going back to the factory. So I'm going to talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. And I have 11 things I didn't like and 28 or 27 that I did like. I really like this phone. So close. And we'll get into that right now. Here we go, ready? Some reboxing euphoria. So no smoke and mirrors, this is just the case, but I really like filming on the device. And since it's all about the V60 ThinQ 5G, better yet than actually using it to film the last video. So, first thing that I like. Sorry, you know what? Let's get the negative over first. Here are the cons. Number one, RAM. Okay, what is RAM? It's random access memory. And basically, it's the short-term memory for your phone. Whether it's a smartwatch or a fancy sport watch, they need to remember certain things for a certain amount of time, and that's going to allow them to multitask. This only came with 8 gigabytes of RAM. And the OnePlus 6T, that's almost 3 years old now, that has 8 gigs of RAM. The norm for phones now for the flagship is 10 or 12. So LG, you made a mistake. It should have been at least 10 gigs of RAM. When you're doing games and a couple other things, you really notice, or when you have 3 apps running at once. Number 2, the notch. I'm not in love with the notch. The notch has that. It's right there and you can see it. And I'll switch phones in just a minute. In fact, this is kind of weird. Let me switch. Heading on. And we're back. So here it is, the LG, and there's reason number 2, that notch. I really prefer the teardrop notch that they had on the OnePlus 6T or the hole punch on the on the Samsung S10 and the Samsung S20. Reason number 2, the dual screen notch. When you put this, and this is on last year's device as well, and that's why I never tried it. When you first put it in the case, you turn on the dual screen, and the notch is on the left side as well, and to be honest, that bothers me. Yeah, that bothers me quite a bit. I understand the technology, but I don't like it. The cover. So here's the cover display. It's really cool. I recently learned about 3 weeks ago that this can be an always-on display, which is really nice, but there's no touch controls, and I think that was a missed opportunity. It also is a fingerprint magnet, but you know what? It's beautiful, and I can't believe it hasn't been scratched. Everyone asks me, oh, well, can you put on screen protectors? And the answer is, yeah, you can, but boy, are they gonna have to be thin. So, yeah. So that's reason number 4. Reason number 5, scratches. As much as I like the dual screen, there's not much bezel right there. So I'm worried that this is eventually gonna get scratched. And this is a case, so you'd have to put a case around a case. Yeah, that doesn't work. The other one, reason number 6, pocket mode. So you'll notice the phone's on, it's connected to my smartwatch. I quickly unlock it. Now, if I cover the top, notice that it stays on. If I make a phone call, hang on a second. So here, we'll call customer care, T-Mobile, and you'll notice that if you put it, see now it's covered there, but that sensor is really finicky. And I've put this device in my pocket when I'm not on a phone call, and there's no pocket mode. So if you're playing a video or whatnot, so you can get a lot of ghost touches. So it really needs pocket mode. Reason number 7, phone calls. So I just made a phone call. A lot of times when you raise this up to your ear, hello, I had probably 5 missed dials and 5 drop calls over the past 4 weeks, and that was very unfortunate. So that was reason number 8. Reason number 9, dual screen mode. I really like dual screen mode. It's great, but that gap, the size of a Lego man, that's a bit much for me. Okay, next. Reason number 10, I prefer Oxygen OS. The UI, the user interface with OnePlus is the best I've ever experienced. I've tried Samsung really every year for the last 5 years. I still prefer OnePlus over this LG skin that they put on. And reason number 11, so it does fast charging, and that's great, but I just didn't realize how fast the fast charge was. I mean, it's fast. Like right now it says 1 hour and 3 minutes. That's wrong. It's going to be like 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is normal for Android. And it does seem to charge slower. Yes or no? This little travel charger is a bit finicky. If there's any weight on it, it slightly pulls off, and you can see it kind of bend there, but it's still kind of charging, but it's not. So if you do use this device, make sure it's on a flat surface and make sure the cord is level, and because that can affect the fast charging. Okay, so there's all my negativity, and I've done other videos on the charging stats, so you can watch those. And now the positive review and my thoughts about this LG gadget. And yes, it is very much a useful and well-designed smartphone. Is it a flagship phone? So close, so close. Reason number 1, I really like that this was my daily phone. I mean, I didn't have a hard time using this every day. I didn't want to go back to my OnePlus, and hence the reason I've put off returning it for so long. Reason number 2, ASMR, and I'll show you that right here. When you open up the camera app, and you can do this in selfie mode, video, right here, there's basic, ASMR recording. The audio is really good. You also have bokeh, so you can do a self-recording, tap on the person you want, and it focuses right on that sound. Hello, doing a recording, call you back later. And yeah, and then it's done. The audio is really good. It's just awesome. So number 3, video. It's feature rich, it's easy to use, and I really think they thought of everything. I mean, there's 8K, there's 4K. It's hard to beat the video capabilities of this camera. And the stability is not bad. Samsung is better. You probably saw my skiing video. If not, well, you can watch it later. Reason number 4, the overall sound when you're doing recording, not just ASMR, but bokeh when doing videos. I did finally read the instruction manual 3 weeks ago after I first shot a video. And let's say you're outside, you go to more, and then you go to manual video. Right here in the top right, there's that microphone. You click on that, and let me zoom in here. It says wind noise filter. Turn that on right there, and then it filters out noise. The other cool thing is when you're recording, so that's kind of a bummer, you can't do manual mode with the front-facing camera, but c'est la vie, right? So, excuse me. So we'll go back to manual mode, click on the microphone, wind noise filter, you start to record, and it gives you these levels right there on the screen. Hello! And you can see the spikes. I mean, it's really cool. I've never had a smartphone that does that level of audio quality. And you can adjust the gain, you can adjust the hertz, you can adjust the decibels. the decibel layer, anyway, it's very cool. And thumbs up LG. That was a great design, and I'm really gonna miss that. Okay, number 5, the display. So this is a 60 Hertz display. It's not 90, it's not 120, but that's the advantage. 60 Hertz is great. I like 60 Hertz. When you're viewing videos, wrong window. When you're viewing videos, they look really, really good. So I'll do one of my favorite, Cartoon Fortress. And when you're watching his videos, not only is the sound really good, but look at that gorgeous screen. And the notch, you know, kind of hides itself there. But the audio is great.
Discard.
So that's full volume.
All right. And what am I thinking?
Enough of that. All right. Next on the docket, we have the, on that display. One of the reasons they did the 60 Hertz is because the dual screen. Had they done 90 Hertz, the battery life would be horrible. And one of the cool things about the battery life is even with dual screen, I was easily getting 5 to 7 hours. Without the dual screen, just the phone, I almost got 9 hours. 9 hours of screen time, not 9 hours of power, but actually using the phone. Amazing. Number 6, you know, you plug in your headphone jack, that HDAC music is amazing. It's really, really good. Number 7, Sidelight notifications. They're really cool. Let me see if I can get one.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, are you busy right now? Can you wait 10 seconds and then send me a text message? Cool. Yeah, actually wait 15 seconds. I'm trying to get a notification on camera and Sasha left and I don't have another phone to do it with. I know, I'm weird. Thank you. You're awesome. Okay, so I talked to my friend. So Sidelight's really cool. You go into settings and you go to the notification bell and then you get a brief notifications and right there, Sidelight. And then you want to make sure it's enabled for your text messages. So now we'll turn this off and there it goes. Wasn't that awesome? Here, let me zoom in so you can see the Sidelight even better. Here, I'll close the blinds and there it is. So there's your Sidelight. Wasn't that awesome? That's worth the video right there. Now it's kind of weird. Sometimes you'll do a setting and it turns that off. So yeah, kind of have to be careful on that. All right, so Sidelight notifications, LED lights, cool. Number 8, when you're taking a 64 megapixel photo, it's awesome. I mean, the quality is stupendous. Here, I'll show you one. So this is a chair that I'm working on, refinishing, and watch how much you can zoom in on that. I mean, it's just crazy. I really enjoyed it. And then some nature shots, I'll pop those in post-edit. It's just a really good rear-facing camera. Here's a car shot that I took with the camera. In 64 as well. I mean, the details are amazing. And so is a car like this. This is the Dodge Chrysler Demon. Anyway, enough of that. That's on another video. Okay, and number 9, FM radio. So FM radio is really cool. If you go right here, you can turn on the radio, plug in your headphones, and you can jam out to your local radio station. At first I'm like, lame. The more I used it, the more I liked it, especially when I went running and cycling and walking. And number 9. Okay, so that was number 9, FM radio. Number 10, battery life. Just the phone, over the past 4 weeks, I was getting 5.5 to almost 9 hours of screen time. That's just amazing, and you can check that under settings. You go to battery life, and then you go to battery usage, and there you go. So only 3 hours, but I was charging it. I kind of messed up this battery test. One thing I do miss that Samsung had, and also Apple, excuse me, is that they have a history of the battery, and I wish LG had that. It's really cool to see over a week or over 2 weeks what your battery life has been averaging. But overall, the battery life is great. Number 11, battery life dual screen. Kind of touched upon that already. With the dual screen on, not as great, especially when you're in gaming mode or you're doing the triple lapse. Or dual lapse, and you're doing a video over here and you're chatting or FaceTime. Yeah, it really sucks up the battery, but still, high use, you can still easily get 3 to 5 hours. I've never had less than 3. And number 12, battery life 5G versus Wi-Fi. If I turn off the Wi-Fi, you'll notice it goes quickly to 5G. I'm lucky, I actually have 5G reception in my neighborhood, and gotta turn on 5G. There we go. If I keep it on 5G all day and I'm not on Wi-Fi, that battery life decreases by a half an hour to 45 minutes. I just thought that was a fun fact. All right, number 13, dual screen My Pick app. So as soon as I plug in my headphones, Spotify opens up. That's really cool. I'm not going to show you how to do the pick app. You can just do that on your own. It's real. Well, okay, I'll show you. You go into the dual screen settings, and it's right there, My Pick app. And you just choose an app, and you can say, oh, I want to do this, and it's very customizable. It's very cool. Number 15, dual screen again. Sometimes 2 screens are not enough, so I'm going to show you my fun little trick of running 3 different screens. So you open up YouTube on here, and you play your favorite YouTuber, and one of mine is Cartoon Fortress. He has great videos, very awesome details, and he does great, it's not just unboxings, he does, he gives you his, I'm just gonna say, his expert film opinion on these movies that he buys. He's not biased in any way. Oh, this was a good one, 16 Candles. This is a really good one. I'm on 5G, it's not his videos, trust me. His videos are well done. So you can.
This is David with Cartoon Fortress.
And he has this really cool Mario intro. Hang on.
Use the set in your collection and you're looking to add it. This is definitely the addition to add, and we'll go over all of the features and everything that's included.
So now we
here.
can go
This is the
to
title you're looking to pick up,
that
even
view.
if you're not. It's great to look at what Arrow has to offer. So we'll go ahead and do that now.
Here we go. Then you can go to widescreen. So now let's say that's not enough and you're bored. Well, while that's still running in the background with the volume, you can open up Facebook Messenger and you can call one of your favorite friends. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Okay, he did not answer. But that would have been in the window. So then you just minimize this. Actually, hang on a second. Okay, so we'll do FM radio, hold that down, choose multi-window, and then it asks you to choose your next app, and we'll do Samsung Health. So now we're playing a video in the background, and we're navigating between 3 different apps all simultaneously. It's just really, really cool. App number 1, app number 2, app number 3. Awesome! So that part's really cool. Number 16, dual screen mode. again, wide mode for camera and video. So when you're filming a video, so I'll just minimize that. So when you're filming a video, right here up on the top, oh, I need to disable notifications. Okay, so you're filming a video right here in the top, and there you go. So you can start filming a video, and you can see it over here as well. Now if you don't do that, and if you turn that off, what you'll see on the other screen is the time, which is really nice. So when you're shooting a video, you have that timer right there, or you can set it up like I showed another one where you can do a time lapse and just prop it up like a tripod. It works great. I really like that feature. Number 17, screenshots made easy. Okay, this part's really cool. So you're texting someone, right? So I'm gonna text a friend of mine, Cuneo Fabrizio, and when I'm texting him, you notice right here. Sorry, hang on. I sometimes get nervous during the videos. Sorry. You can't use the Google keyboard. There we go. So we'll just use Google keyboard. So you're chatting with a friend using the Google keyboard, and right there over on the left, you want to show them your latest stats on YouTube Studio, because maybe your friend is also growing their YouTube account. So you want to show them that. So right here on the keyboard, you just click this button right here. Blip. It quickly does a screen grab of the secondary screen and sends it to the person. Just like that. Now it doesn't save it. And then you want to like, oh yeah, check out my revenue. And you're like, oh yeah, show that to me. Click. It's such a cool feature. And it works in chat, it works in Facebook Messenger, it works in quite a few apps, but again, you have to have the LG keyboard, which I don't really like that much. Okay. That was number 17. Number 18, dual screen. To be honest, I never would have imagined that my phone would be able to replace my Nintendo gamepad. And for games, it's awesome. Now, I don't do Fortnite. I'm just gonna show you again because it's so cool. So I'll speed this up so it doesn't take forever. Step number 1, you launch the gamepad. And you can customize this, and then you choose your game. We're gonna do Asphalt 9. Okay, for this we can lower the lights. So this game is a little confusing. Usually my daughter sets this up for me. Okay, now just a warning, I'm not a gamer, but I just wanted to show you how cool this is. I'm gonna crank up the volume. And you can feel it. Micro! Ah, come on, yeah, I know. Thank you. that's really loud. First place. So that's the game. It's pretty cool. It's very cool actually. Hope you enjoyed that. Like it locked up. Interesting. All right, next on the list we have dual screen wide view. Now this is interesting. You have to open up the app on the main screen first to do this. So we'll minimize that. So now you want to go widescreen, right? So right there you touch that screen and you put it in wide view. So now you have both screens up and you're viewing everything. Now you can turn it and now you have this view. Now this part's kind of wonky. You would think all the video would go up here, but it doesn't. But you do have this navigation down here, which is very useful. I mean, you can start commenting. In fact, you get that full-size keyboard, which, oh, I'm gonna miss this. So I'm just gonna give a smiley face. And dual keyboard. Yeah, just lots of fun stuff. ABC. Nice. And fun. Ellipses. Boom. So you can make a comment while you're watching the video. So that's kind of weird, especially when you move it this way and you get that wide view, but I mean, you can tip it up like that, or even better, you can do the TP style, and then someone can be doing one thing on here and one thing on there. You could actually have two different apps running. That's pretty cool. I've never used that feature, but yeah, maybe for the LG V70 or V80, whatever they want to call it, maybe what they'll do is add like a dual headphone jack, so when you are doing the little tripod triangle screen share with child or two adults, person one and person two. Oh, you know what? I have a good idea. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm using a different mic with the Apple iPhone SE 2020. So here you have person A, here you have person B. Harry Potter's watching one show, The Notorious. He'll come to me later. I'll pop it up on the screen. So you have user one, user two. They're watching two different screens and they're very happy. Okay, next. So that's number 20, dual screen, one for you, one for your friend. Number 21, dual screen, great for time lapse. We'll make this really quick. So let's say you're a huge Lego fan, right? This is one of my favorite features. So you minimize this, go here, not sticker mode, and you're gonna choose time lapse. Man, I am tired. It's right there on the left. Okay, so we mount this up, and then we put our little Lego guys in there. And now you can choose to do zoom in. Here, let me lower this for a second. There we go. So when you're in time-lapse mode, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can get that widescreen, and you can choose 10 times, 5 times, or 60 times. It's really cool. And right here, you can choose to turn off the dual screen, do whatever you want. You can shoot in 4K. I don't think, yeah, HD, all that fun stuff. So right here, okay, give it a little better backdrop here. Get that charging cable out of the way. So now you can do a time lapse, blip, and it shows you exactly how long your time lapse is going to be. So right now we've been going for 7 seconds, 8 seconds. And we can ever so tilt those. And then during the same time lapse, you can zoom in on whatever you're recording. They move, or maybe they don't. And during the same time lapse, you can change the time lapse speed. And you can really zoom in. So here we have Sven and everyone's favorite Patronus, the stag. What is his last name? His last name is Black. What is his name? Sven, do you know? I don't know. Harry Potter, you're gonna come live with me. Anyway, boy, this is really going off topic. This is why I have notes, but yeah. Notorious Black. Severus Snape is the only name that's coming to me. I've watched all of the Harry Potter movies. I've seen all the Harry Potter movies twice. I've read all the books. Notorious Black. Magolia's Black? Sirius! Yeah, Sirius Black. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so now we have 2 seconds of footage. And again, we can keep changing the views on that time lapse. So if you can just like slightly move them, and you can pause, so you can pause it, move them, and kind of do your own stop animation. This is going to be a long video. But you know what? I'm having fun, and hopefully you guys are too, and yeah. Oh, hi there, Sven. Hi. Did you know I'm a Patronus charm? Well, I didn't know that, Sirius Black. Oh, yeah. Harry Potter, you're awesome. Why does that evil wizard try to kill you every single year? Good thing your parents don't know. Yeah, my parents are dead. Thanks a lot, Sirius. Anyway, I digress. Okay, next we have the dual screen cover. So we'll stop that animation. And the dual screen cover, I really like it, especially now that I've learned that you can do an always on display. That's just really cool. And if it's just the cover, like if you have this, sitting down at work, the battery life isn't too bad for always on. When you're using always on display on this, oh yeah, the battery life, it gets sucked up pretty fast. Dual screen brightness level. This part's really cool. Let me change the camera angle again. Okay, so you have the dual screen on, and as soon as it unlocks, you can swipe down, and right there you can choose the brightness level of how you want it. So you can have it synchronized, or you can have the dual screen brighter or dimmer than this screen. So that's pretty cool. And then right here, screenshot. So you can take screenshots on either screen, and also it knows which one has focus. So if I have YouTube Studio up here on the left, I can click right here on the shortcut, and it takes the screen. Oh, that didn't work. I've practiced this, I promise. So here's the one that has focus. There we go. No phone's perfect, like I said before. Okay, next, screenshots. You know what? I've already gone over that. That's number 24. It's great. I've snipped over 1,000 screenshots. I love taking screenshots. It's really easy. I did the navigation bar shortcut, which you can do under settings. Also, right here is another screenshot shortcut. Oh, you know what? I took that off. But you can add it here. So you can do screenshots right here on the left nav. You can do a screenshot on the bar or from the navigation. And then because this screen is so tall, I did a shortcut right here to quickly bring all that down. Okay, next. So because the screen is so tall, I did a shortcut right here on the bar that brings the screen down so I can access that. All right, number 25, the Google button. So it's kind of hard to access in dual screen mode, but you can just hold this down Remind me to return this phone in 5 minutes. And then it talks to you, of course. Oh, thanks, Google. So it's really nice to have that home button, sorry, that Google button, that Google Assistant button right there. And it's just great. You just hold it down, set timer, 20 minutes.
Sure, 20 minutes. We're starting now.
It's just great. I really missed that. Well, sorry. I've really liked it because it's new. My last LG phone didn't have this. And my last Samsung S20 that I tested, that was, well, they took away the Bixby button. I wish they would just make it customizable. So there you go. And number 26, screen brightness. There's a sensor that knows when to turn it on and off, and it works really well. Sorry, I bumped the camera. And I like how you can have different brightnesses. This is almost a con. I feel a lot of times the screen isn't bright enough. It does fine during the day, but at night, that's when it seems to have issues. And number 27, screen recording. I do a lot of screen recordings because I have this hobby of a YouTube channel, and they're really fun on this one because of this one feature. Right here, you can go into screen recording. Boom. And now it's screen recording, and it shows your face, and you can move that wherever you want to over the screen recording. For example, if you're doing a screen recording on battery life, which I've probably done more than my share, and then the user sees everything that you're doing, and it's recording the audio from your voice and any audio that's coming from the phone. So it's very, very nice, very nice. And at any time you can just move that out of the way, or you can turn it off. And then when you're done, blip, and I'll show you what that looks like. Tap to watch. Wherever you want to over the screen recording. For example, if you're doing a screen recording on battery life, which I've probably done. So there you go. So the way I did that, you go under settings. Actually, it's easier, just swipe down and then do a long press on screen recording, and it takes you right, oh, that's screen sharing, sorry. Do a long press on screen recording, and it takes you right to the settings. Include yourself in video, and you can decide if you want that to be a really small window or large. You can choose an image or never, and you can choose the mic source. I always leave it on this one. And you can change the different resolutions. So awesome on screen recording. It's never failed me. I've probably used it at least 50 times in the last 4 weeks. It's great. So there you go. Those are my 27 reasons why I wanted to keep this LG dual screen. I'm gonna miss you. And that's it. I've been using this gadget for the past 28 days. 27 days. And I've found those 27 positive things. There are 27 more. I mean, it's a great phone. Sure, there are many aspects to this phone I know I skipped over, probably a lot of Captain Obvious reasons. And before some internet troll goes off on me, you know, I like to discover the features on my own, and if the software isn't intuitive enough to guide me through it, through a tour, then I might just not know it. I do quite a bit of clicking around, but I did have to read a tutorial on how to use that wind canceling for the microphone. One con that I didn't really list, I guess that would be number 12, when you're zooming in and you're trying to do something up close, like on this watch, I'm on the iPhone SE, and see how quickly it focused? The LG doesn't do that. It has a difficult time focusing in that 0 to 6 inch area, which that was not a deal breaker, but it was quite bothersome. So yeah, I just try to give my perspective about software and hardware that I've tested with this LG. And if it ends up falling up between the average person and a real geek, well, so be it. Again, I told you I don't play a lot of video games, but when I did, this device was awesome. It's just like having a smartphone Nintendo right there. Whoa! Right there in your hands. It's just great. This smartphone was just a ton of fun. It was difficult to keep out of the hands of kids, so I'll just kind of let you chew on that for a while. I hope you enjoyed this review, and remember, LG is giving away this dual screen. The dual screen itself is, it comes in this box right here. The dual screen costs $100. Now, in case you have this took me a while. I had to read the instructions. You pull up on the tabs right there, and then you slide it out. So if you just buy the phone itself, it's $700. Now, if you buy the phone with the case, it's $800. That price is going to drop. Don't buy them together. Just buy the phone and send away for the case for free. If you go on LG's website, they have details on that. So you watch this video and you saved $100. I'll put the details in the description below or pop them on the screen. There's also a buy one get one offer. So on T-Mobile's website right now, and I believe AT&T as well, instead of dropping $800 on this phone, you can drop $400 and get one for a friend. Is it worth $400? Yeah. I would, if I could pay $500, I'd keep this phone today. And then I'd send away for the free dual screen. That's how much I like it. I'm gonna miss it. Next. Yeah, that's it. Oh, one more thing. LG gives a free 2nd-year warranty. That's pretty awesome. You don't have to say, it's just included with your phone purchase. That's all I have. I'm gonna end with the recording on the LG, and we'll see the audio difference. And recording on the iPhone SE 2020. All right, now we're recording back on the LG V60 ThinQ dual screen 5G smartphone. Wow, that was a really long video. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully the audio is pretty good. Sorry, I'm really parched. And that's the phone in a nutshell. I think I might have gone over the 10-minute limit. So for that guy that commented, wow, I'm really vain. I'm really not that narcissistic. I'm looking at the camera instead of, I just want to make sure I stay in focus. I'm not like, gazing into PH Digital's eyes. That's just weird. So I'm trying to look at the camera. Hopefully that's better. And hopefully you'll return to my channel. If you like this video, come back for more. I'll be reviewing, this is my next gadget that I'll be reviewing for the next 3 weeks. This is the product red version of the Apple iPhone SE 2020 version. And I really like it. But that's not what the video is about. But come back on Monday and I'll have another video about battery life. You're gonna be like, what? How is that battery life that long? It's really good. So that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Pithy comments are always welcome. And I came up with this slogan years ago and I hope you like it. Remember to run farther to go further in life. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in about 74 hours. Goodbye.